Call this meeting to order at 8:34 a.m. Proper notice has been given as required under the Ohio Revised Code. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, first order of business is to approve the board meeting minutes from April 8th, 2025. They were previously circulated by email.
I'll move approval of the board meeting minutes, Madam.
Second.
Okay, motion's made and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Happy Election Day Eve, everybody. Always exciting to be here as the staff is busy preparing for what is one of the two biggest days of the year. The first item on our agenda is ballot remakes, and I will kick it to the director, Sherry Poland.
Yes, our operations administrator, Krista Criddle, will present the ballot remake report to the board.
Thank you. So as a reminder to everyone, all of these are ballots that did have to be remade. They were remade by a bipartisan team, and they were reviewed by the director and deputy director. The ones, voter intent ones, and strays marks were reviewed by the director and deputy director. So our first category are stray marks. There are two ballots for this. It's A1 and A2.
I'll move approval of both ballots as remade.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The next category are damaged ballots. These are A3 and A14.
On those two ballots, I'll move that the board approves them as remade.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The next category are the UOCAVA ballots, which are uniformed overseas voters. Those are A4 through A12.
I'll move approval of the UOCAVA ballots as remade.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The last category are voter intent ballots. Again, this was reviewed by the director and deputy director, and it is A13.
I'll move approval of the voter intent ballot that was remade by bipartisan staff.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Thank you.
Next, we have approval of the logic and accuracy testing. Director Poland.
Yes, the logic and accuracy test, public test, was conducted last Thursday, May 1st. The results of that test are in your packets. The hand count matched the electronic count. And this is just a reminder that this is just one of a series of logic and accuracy testing that we conduct throughout the election cycle to ensure the system is counting accurately. So staff recommends approval of this public logic and accuracy test.
I'll move approval of the LNA test.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, this is my first time. I'm kind of excited about this one. We get to declare the polls open at 6:30 a.m. for the May 6th, 2025 primary and special election.
You could make the motion, you know. You're entitled.
If you would indulge me, I think I would like to do that.
By
So
all means.
I move that we declare the polls open at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow, May 6th, for the primary and special election.
I'll happily second your motion.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Director Poland, is there any other business to come before the board?
I would just like to report that we had just a little under 3,800 voters vote early in person, which was down significantly from the presidential election, where we saw almost that amount daily. And then we have mailed out a little over 4,500 absentee ballots by mail. Our poll workers have been trained, and we're ready for tomorrow's election.
Well, thank you for that. And even in an election where there is lower participation, we know it's still a great deal of work for the staff here, and you guys do a tremendous job making sure that Hamilton County always has the best run elections in the state of Ohio. So with that, well, I see we have a guest from the Secretary of State's office, Kenny Henning, who always does a great job. If you'd like to address the board.
Good morning. As Director, well, this is Kenny Henning with the Secretary of State's office. As the Director just stated, and as you stated, Chairman, just because it is a smaller turnout election, the same amount of work needs to be done. So in my smaller, more rural counties where issue 2 is the only measure on the ballot, we're anxious to see what turnout will be tomorrow. I am absolutely confident that you will be busier, especially in your Cincinnati precincts with the mayoral primary, than my smaller counties. But the team has done a great job as always, and we're looking forward to seeing another successful election administered. So thank you.
Anything else? Okay, at this point, we need to stand in recess. And again, first time, do I need a vote to stand in recess, or can I just declare us to be in recess? All right, the board is in recess, and we will reconvene tomorrow evening.
Thank you.
Reconvene the meeting from recess. Proper notice has been given as required by the Ohio Revised Code. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. First item on the agenda is approval of ballot remakes. Director Poland.
Yes, Administrator Krista Criddle will present the ballots to be remade.
Thank you. So to start with, we have a damaged ballot that we've remade by bipartisan teams. All the ballots have been remade by the bipartisan teams. That is A15.
I'll move approval of ballot A15 is remade.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The next category we have are the UOCAVA ballots, which are for our uniformed overseas citizens. Those are A16 through A18.
I'll move approval of the 3 UOCAVA ballots that are remade.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
That is all we have to this point.
Thank you, Krista. Next item on our agenda is to declare the polls closed as of 7:30. Before we do that, Director Poland, would you like to give us an update on how the day went?
Yes, so with an hour left to go, we're at a little over an 8% turnout. So not sure that we're going to hit double digits for this election.
Well, at least it was a beautiful day.
It was.
So, okay. Is there a motion to declare the polls closed at 7:30?
I'll move that we declare the polls closed as of 7:30 p.m., May 6th, 2025.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any other business?
I just wanted to remind the board that there is a possibility that we have additional ballots that may need to be remade that will need your approval, as voters have until 7:30 p.m. to deliver their ballots to the board. So we would recommend that you go in recess again, and then we'll call you back once we've been able to determine if there's any additional remake ballots.
Okay. Seeing nothing else coming before the board is in recess.
All right.
Recess. There are no ballot remakes to come before the board. So there being no further business for the board tonight, we are standing adjourned.